Hello and welcome to the Fit for All Phases podcast. My name is Heather Anderson. I'm a certified personal trainer and certified nutrition coach. So, in the past episodes, we went over how to create a new narrative. And when you are embarking on a fitness journey, you need to sometimes create a new narrative altogether. And to answer the questions to write that narrative, you need to answer the questions who, what, when, where, why, and even how. So in previous episodes, we have talked about the question who. Basically, who is your new identity? It's the person that you are embarking on becoming, right? It's the person you want to become, and you're going to begin steps to become. All right. And those questions are often answered by also thinking about why. That is your deep seated reason for wanting to write a new narrative or assume this new identity, this new fit, strong, capable, independent identity. And then we also talked about what, all right? So to answer the question, what, says, what does that person do? What kind of training, what kind of eating, what kind of recovery, what kind of good habits do these fit, strong, lean, independent people employ? That's the what. So now we're going to go on and discuss the when. All right. So there is a saying that, when's the best time to start on a fitness journey? Best time was yesterday. The second best time is today. And that is completely true. All right. It's not just when you're feeling motivated, because you have to create an entirely new avatar of yourself. And that new avatar has to be consistent on a consistent basis. All right. Because that beats perfection every time. Every time it beats perfection. So what does a fit, strong, independent person do? Well, in order to get stronger, etc., and build lean mass and maybe lose some fat while they're at it, you need to do 2 to 3 days a week of full body resistance training. Right? That's the simplest way to put it. If you are able to go to the gym every day, of course, you can do what is called a split, which is where you do upper lower body split alternating days. But a lot of people don't have enough time or the opportunity to get to a gym every day. So sometimes that's not the greatest avenue to choose, because if you miss a day, then you're totally thrown off, or it can be difficult to get back on track. So when is now? All right. How soon is now? It's right now. This is the time to start. Once you have decided who you want to be and why, then you just need to jump in, dive in, make it happen. All right. So what this also leads us to is the question of where. All right. Where is this taking me? Everything, all my efforts I'm putting into it, what am I trying to get out of it? Where am I trying to go? Do you want, for instance, a higher quality of life? Will this journey take you to better health? Will it, take you to independence now and in the future? You really have to ask, where is this going to take me? And oftentimes you're going to find that it's going to take you to a place where you are stronger, you are more capable, you are more confident, you are leaner, you have more muscle mass. If you employ all the strategies that we talked about, what a fit, strong, independent, and capable person does, if you follow those guidelines, then you will become what you set to become. But nobody's going to hold your hand. Nobody's going to wake up every day and yell at you and say, hey, listen, let's do it. Let's do this now. You have to find that motivation inside of you. That's why we talked about the why. That's why we need a deep-seated why, because you can wake up one day, feel totally motivated. Okay, let's go. You're just feeling good. But there are some days when you're just not. You maybe didn't have a good sleep. Maybe you had a bad day the day before. To stay on track and to avoid getting off track, you need to always have a bigger why, a bigger reason, so that will motivate you. That will push you out the door, push you into the gym, and push you into good habits. All right. So next we want to go over the question, how? How do I do this? And I kind of link this up to to the when I was talking about the 2 to 3 days a week. All right. How do you implement a good program that works for you? Well, for one, after you've answered all these other questions, you also need to either seek help from others, do research yourself, listen to podcasts like this, and get information about the how. How am I going to get stronger? How am I going to become more capable? How am I going to become more confident? How am I going to truly become the person that I envision, that new avatar of a fit, healthy, strong, capable, confident life? All right. So, how is that very last question? And that very last question will be answered in many more episodes from this podcast. We're going to talk about next episode is an aspect of that how, an aspect of that when, and an aspect of that what, which is training. And in particular, strength training, resistance training. So stay tuned, and I hope to see you soon on the next episode.